Hello, one and all, and welcome to another episode of Between Sisters. It's March already, y'all. We in the third month of 2023. And as we enter this new month, the third month of this year, the sisters are here. And I just want to say that as the Melanin movement, don't nobody be newsing like we be newsing. Okay? Not MSNBC, not CNN, not Fox News, not Newsmax. Nobody newses like we be newsing. Okay? Just saying. So first then was Shauna Dawn. She is the Sunny Hostins of the crew. Mm-hmm. Next then we have Keisha Keish. She is definitely the Joy Behar.
Definitely.
Okay.
Definitely.
And I'm your girl, Kaya.
You are the Anna, cause like you get the real, that passion, when
I think I am passionate.
You are the Anna. You the Anna.
I am passionate. Yes, I am. I'm very passionate. Yes, I am. I am passionate.
But that's what makes your show special.
Our show. That's what makes our show special. Show.
Yes.
That's
what makes it special.
And today, thank you, Cece. And so this show is obviously comprised of sisters, but we deliver trending topics and news. And today's trending topic is about music, about musicianship, about one of our, I think all three of our top fives, dead or alive musicians, hip hop legends, and that is Busta Rhymes, Busta Bust, if you will, Trevor. Mm-hmm. From Flatbush, Brooklyn, you know where we come from, and Flatbush, Church Ave, that was our train station, boop boop, and recently, according to Black Enterprise, obviously they coined the story, "Put your hands where my eyes can see."
Of course they did.
Haha.
Of course they did.
So Busta Rhymes was in Las Vegas, and he was walking with his security team, and a woman by the name of Nikita Mathis was trying to get Busta Rhymes' attention, and instead of, I guess, saying, "Excuse me, Mr. Rhymes, may I have a picture with you?" Instead, she grabbed him in his tuchus. And he wasn't here for it. He said, "Hit you with no delaying." So what you saying, yo? So he turned around and he threw his drink on her. And of course, she got upset. He was actually leaving the Las Vegas Magic Fashion Trade Show at the Las Vegas Convention Center. And I'm guessing he was there just to see fashion, not to have his fashion be compromised by Miss Nikita. Now, she was apologetic at first, but she said that it was a joke. And she was kind of taken aback and was just like, why would he do something like that to her? She was a fan and she just wanted a picture. So should Busta have reacted like that to Miss Mathis?
He was 100% right, because I watched the video, like the little snippet, like 5 different times. Mm-hmm. And if you notice, it was an instant. It wasn't like he looked to see who it was. It was like instantly he threw it. So it could have been a male, a female, a dog, a cat, a rat. They was getting that liquid in their face. It didn't matter. So I don't know. And then what I noticed for her, she did it with a cunning look on her face. She kind of was like, so she knew what she was doing. It kind of was like, let me see if I could get his attention. Let me see. It was one of those touches where you knew if he didn't throw the drink on her face, when he turned around, it was going to be flirting. She was going to be flirting to do what fans do with groupie. She was a groupie touching his behind. So there was a lot of intention with that touch. She probably said, I look cute today. Let me see if I can get that. Like a lot of these groupies do with these artists and these celebrities. So what I love what he did, it didn't matter. His thing is, you're not gonna touch me on my behind. And also too, that's a violation of privacy. Like, you don't just go and touch people's behinds. I don't care how old you are. I don't care if he was a 100-year-old man. You don't just go and touch somebody's behind like that. I think that was very disrespectful. And for her to even have the audacity to wonder why he did that to her, just, so now that means, does that mean this is going to lead to a lawsuit? Everyone's sue happy. So she's going to pay to get therapy, and how the social media, tore her to shreds, and she was in therapy for months, and she needs $2 million for
my cornea was scratched by
the liquid that was thrown in. Yeah, so anywho. He had every right. I applaud him. I advise him that every time somebody touches his behind, to have a bottle of water ready so he could douse him again. Just keep dousing. Matter of fact, you know what? Let's do it for one time. But I would say this: it was quick. Like, it was like, boom.
It was like a reflex.
He didn't look.
I watched it 5 times, like, damn, like he knew she was coming. He was ready. He's like, whoa, 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 whoa. I was like, damn. Oh my gosh, she got every ounce of water she got, or liquid. I pray it wasn't no wine or nothing, Oh my gosh. Anywho, that rests my case.
I think that somewhere between a child and an adult, we forget, we all learned as children, keep your hands to yourself unless someone puts their hands on you. So you took it upon yourself to violate him. That was his own personal space, and he did not invite you in. Yeah. So of course he's not going to sue her, because then it'd be like, oh, he got money, why he trying to sue her? But you know what? It's the principle, because she had no business putting her hands on any part of his body. It's different if he sees you and says, oh, come give me a hug, which there are stars that do. They're like, oh, come here, oh, it's so good. Oh, They say, thank you for being a fan, but you were behind him, which means he didn't see, like who it was. He just felt, oh, wait, no, what? And she's very lucky that was just some water and not
a gun.
His hand, because he would have had every right to offer that reflex. Yeah, it's like, wait, somebody's whoop, it's just like you do the quick, So I feel like fans sometimes need to remember that they are people too. And somebody one day is going to do something to the wrong person.
Oh yeah.
It won't
Yep.
end well.
I think that was a prime example. Now she's crying, you know.
But you violated him. However you want to put it. Oh, he's a man and I'm a woman and he's this and he's the, he's the star and he should know. No.
Oh yeah.
You had no business putting your hands on him.
Because if it was a man, if it was a man, say it was Ashanti. Right. Say Ashanti was walking, a dude came and touched her
on her ass.
No one would even question why.
Nobody would question it. No, because it's like, oh, he's supposed to know better. He's a man. Yeah. It's just like no one should put their hands on anybody. Woman to woman, man to man, man to woman, woman to man. It's nobody.
And let me tell you something. If I was Busta's wife and I was walking with him and some girl did that, oh, you best believe there ain't gonna be no water. It's gonna be wigs flying. I'm ripping somebody to shreds for touching my man's behind. So
I don't know. You may have to stand in line because your sisters will probably get up before you could even get up. Sisters may jump in before you could even get to them.
No,
listen.
No.
Listen, Busta said, touch it or bring it. He said, because if you do, I'll break your neck. He said, woo-ha, I got you all in check. He said, you touch my bunk?
That's a Cavassier.
I'm mad you doing all the Busta songs.
So is it safe to say he was prophesizing?
Listen,
prophesizing on
he
that.
was just like, wait, she just touched me? He was like,
touch it, bring it, ping.
He was like, Annie up. Tell you something. He was right. But see, this is a prime example of people not knowing boundaries. And I remember I was walking in the wholesale district in the city one time, and there was a trans chick. It was very flamboyant, and I had braids at the time, and I was just walking down one of the streets, and I was just walking, and you know how sometimes they're very overt and very, it's like, I like your hair, and just touches my hair.
So you didn't know him from a can. You didn't know her from a can.
No, I'm walking down the street, and you're just going to take my hair in your hands and flick it.
And you know how we are.
And now, if I was to say something, I would be the one that would be transphobic.
Right.
I would be the one that what? You know what I'm saying? But you invaded my space.
But she put her hands on you first. So if you are the one to initiate it, you can't be mad if I take something and bang you upside your head.
Yeah. Oops, upside.
Like, don't touch me. Yeah, don't touch me. We were in BJ's the other day, and I had Roro, and I'm pushing the cart. Winky is with me, and this white dude just comes up and he starts petting Roro. Like, I was literally about to push the cart over his feet. Like, I don't know you. I don't know where your hands have been. Like, why do you think it's okay to just walk up to me and my fur baby?
Boundaries.
And you just start petting as if like he's your child. Like we just left the house together, and you were just like, "Hey, babe, I need some eggs and some milk." And what else did we get on the list? Like, did we get everything on the list?
You're like,
You know what I'm saying?
Child, that's a hard one with a dog. That's a hard one. Cause everybody.
Most people in public, most people ask me,
"Can I touch your dog?"
and I say yes. I either say yes or no.
Because God forbid if your dog then turns around and
bites them.
And bites.
Yeah.
They'll be like, "Oh, their dog bit me." Well, you shouldn't have bit them.
Mm-hmm.
You put your hand down there. Who knows what happens if you put your hand down there?
Yeah. So let me ask you, Shauna, have you ever been touched and have been violated?
Have I at what when you say in my club days, back in the day when, we would go out, I'd be like, here we go. But really, I can't say
that was all the time.
Right. But that's why I said other than that, I did have one person at work one day that had braids that had just started. And it was the first time I had braided my hair. And the person that came up and they were like, "Oh my God, Shauna, your hair." And she went like this, right? To touch it.
Yeah.
And I guess the death stare that I gave her.
That's it right there.
Like, I wish a nigga would.
The death stare that I gave her, she backed up real quick.
That's like Cedric the Entertainer. They hope. They go on. They hope
we wish
things go well.
Like I
We
saw
wish.
that was the only time, and it was sort of like that silent conversation, and she slowly backed away.
That unspoken conversation.
Yes, it was.
It was
the word
understood,
and she understood.
I had told y'all about that time. It was for was not my last year's birthday, but the birthday before that. We had went to MGM, and it was me, my husband, my aunt, and my uncle. And my aunt and uncle are not like one of those rowdy people. Like if we was with y'all, then it would be different. But my aunt and uncle are not that kind of form.
I beg your most pardon because I am not rowdy. I'm a class act. I have you know.
You sure are, boo. Don't let nobody
proceed.
So it was my birthday, and I was looking all glittery. My whole outfit was glittery, right? It was all sequins, and I was looking cute. That was my hubby, and so it was the four of us. We in the club, and this is in Maryland. So now we come out, and we're standing like by the exit inside the because the club is inside the casino. So we're standing out there. It's the four of us, and we're in a circle. So the way I'm standing in a circle, I'm between my uncle and my husband. And this dude comes out and takes his whole hand and glides it down my arm like this. He just went like this. So a lot of things went through my brain because I thought for a split second, I thought my husband saw it.
Right.
And I gave him a look like, you ain't gonna do nothing about this?
Because I was just about to say, well, where was my brother?
He was right there. And then something said, shut up.
Right.
Something said, shut up.
Right.
Because, so then later
you were computing the jail time.
Yes.
the judge,
the
the
bullet,
bail bondsman,
the
bail.
bullet. Because you know he's this big black dude, the bullet.
That's what I'm saying.
And he was saying, so then later on that night or the next day, he was joking around me. He's like, yeah, I saw that dude looking at you. I said, you saw him, right? So he was like, what dude you talking about? I said, the one that took his hand and rubbed it down my arm. He was like, what? What dude put their hand down your arm? Oh, he lost his mind. He was like, wait a minute. How can you didn't say anything? I said, well, for a split second, I thought you saw it. I said, but then I said, you know, if I say something to you, somebody getting picked up and thrown across the room, because you know you would have did that. You would have picked them up and just went, boom.
It would have been a full-on WWE
yes.
wrestling move.
And then my aunt and uncle would have been like, I don't want to go out with them no more. They don't know how to act.
I don't like going out with them. They act too ghetto.
They act too niggerish. They take things too seriously.
I know they not too ghetto. But that's just like when a dude on a plane with Mike Tyson. Like you.
And why would you touch Mike Tyson You really think, you know what, I'm going to take it upon myself to touch Mike Tyson without being invited?
Yeah.
I think that this whole situation is a prime example, and I'm not a fan of hers, but it's a prime example of what Kenya Moore says. Don't come for me unless I send for you.
Yes. I agree.
Sometimes in the mind of some of these like crazed fans, that they see it as a opportunity. Like, I am going to do this because it seems like now so many people want fame and fortune, and they'll go about it all the wrong ways. So I'm going to do something, so now I'll be famous online, and then I'll do this, and then I'll sue if they do something, you know, like, where are your priorities? Because everybody knows, I love Ronnie DeVoe. If I ever see him in person, I will be that crying, oh my God, this is the man I've been in love with since I was 10 years old. However,
but Ronnie, we know you got a wife. We know you got twins. We respect you as a husband.
I would never go and do something that was not appropriate. One, because I'd be too busy crying because it's you know what I'm saying? But still,
right.
Exactly.
She be rolling back and forth on the floor.
Well, I ain't gonna do it. But it's just like, that's a fan. A fan is someone who gets excited and can't speak, or they're like, oh my God. That's a fan. It's not, let me
disrespect you.
Right.
Let me disrespect you. Let me disrespect the person that says hit you with no delaying. So what you saying, yo? Silly with my 9 milli. He said silly with my 9 milli. So what the dilly, yo? I'm just saying. Let me disrespect that dude. Huh? But anyway, Busta Buzz, we are with you.
Yes. Yeah, we love you.
You're still top 5.
Continue dousing people with water that touch your ass. I stand behind you 100%.
100%. And we will be at whatever concert you're going to be at next. Just hit us up with those tickets.
I wonder if
hit us up with those tickets. Okay.
But I'm wondering.
You heard the last part?
What, with those tickets?
Those tickets.
With those tickets.